Look, I don't care what people say because I know that there are people who actually like this chump, Justin Hawkins. I don't like him. I don't like this guy. I don't like the way he sings. I don't like the way he looks. I don't like his attitude. He makes a lot of videos where he critiques legends. I saw him critique Bon Jovi. I saw him critique pretty much everybody. Every rock singer that you could imagine, the greatest rock singers in history. Okay, and just to mention, the first one I saw was Bon Jovi, but he's done many. I know he did one on Vince Neil of Motley Crue. He just has a series like this guy. First of all, the guy can't sing, in my opinion. I don't know why this guy has any type of fame or notoriety. To me, I have no idea. He looks like he's got some kind of a sickness, like he's a leper. He's got tattoos all over his body. He looks like he's a pound more than a feather. And the guy's just too critical. I don't like people who are too critical, especially when you're talking about people that are out of your league. So now, I don't even know why he was invited, but apparently he was invited for the Taylor Hawkins Tribute in London. Poor Dave Grohl, he was crying. It was his first performance without Taylor Hawkins. It was very, very heartbreaking, very sad. So Brian Johnson, the greatest singer probably of all time from ACDC, I don't know. This is what the story is, that this is coming from Justin Hawkins' side, which I don't believe, okay? He's claiming that Brian Johnson wanted him to sing Back in Black with him, okay? So, I mean, call me crazy, call me old-fashioned, call me stupid. Wouldn't there be two microphones? Like, let me just ask your opinion, right? Wouldn't there just be two microphones? I mean, listen, we're talking about this is a Foo Fighters concert in London. I think they could afford two microphones. Correct? Okay. So that's his story. His story, Justin Hawkins' story, is that there was that Brian Johnson said, "Sing Back in Black." He said, "I never sang it before. I wasn't comfortable singing the song. I was very nervous. But when Brian Johnson asks you to do something, you do it." Okay, great. So he goes up on stage, goes to Brian Johnson, and pretty much grabs the mic out of his hand, and he's trying to steal a microphone from Brian Johnson. How could you have the audacity? Yes. And the balls. Look, I would just rather look like an idiot. If it was me, okay, if it was me and I was on stage or whatever, I would just stand there like this. Like, I'd rather look like a moron than to actually have the balls and the audacity to grab a microphone from Brian Johnson and pull it and try to steal it away from one of the, I don't know, the greatest singers of all time, an absolute legend. I'm going to be pulling a microphone from Brian Johnson? Nah, not gonna happen. Not with me, but with Justin Hawkins, absolutely. All this guy, and then he's trying to make it seem like it was a bit awkward. You're a bit awkward. You're a bit awkward. All you do is criticize people. You think you're this greatest singer in the world. You look like a leper. You look like somebody, I don't even want to tell you, that's ready for hospice. God forgive me. The guy looks like he weighs 120 pounds. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't know. But the guy doesn't look like he's in the greatest of health. He sings like shit. He looks like shit. His attitude is like shit. And do me a favor, you low life. I don't care. For all the fans, learn some respect. This is Brian Johnson. He's a legend, not like you chump. He's a legend. You don't pull a microphone out of his hand. What an idiot.